welcome to Let's Play Gran Turismo 3, episode 30. Okay, officially, upon the success of winning the Japanese Championship in my Toyota Celica GT4, it is now time for us to move on to our succeeding regional championship, which is the American Championship, and the car I plan on using in this is already here. As of which, the car I plan on using is my Chevrolet Camaro SS. And officially, let's now go and get some tuning done. Because I would imagine if I'm going to win this, I am going to need some tuning. So I'm going to put on a sports suspension, just so the thing is easier to drive, and I'm also going to put on stage 1 engine tuning, because I would imagine that too is probably crucial. I'd also put on the racing chip so that I have enough horsepower to win 4 out of 5 races, and also gonna put on some sport tyres, along with also including the innovation that is weight reduction. And also, just to give myself a little bit more horsepower, I'm also gonna give this thing an oil change. And as for the rims, well, I think I'll leave those, because those ones look okay. But officially, let's get on with this. It is now time for the American Championship, and where I am praying to God that hopefully we do not have to compete against a Chevrolet Corvette C5R, considering that is the main bug that I am fearful for if it appears in this championship, but hopefully it will not. So 5 races here, as we are going to the Seattle Circuit, Trial Mountain, Super Speedway, Seattle Reverse, and Laguna Seca for the finale, and where I, of course, am now gonna get on with this. So, 5 races in the American Championship, and okay, we do not have to compete against a Corvette C5R this time, like we did on the previous attempt of recording this. And well, the reason why I'm attempting to record this again is because, well, there's a certain car I want, and I am hopeful in saying it will not take me too long to get the one I want. And obviously taking off the driver aids, because, well, what else would you expect me to do? And in this field we have a Shelby Cobra, a Corvette Z06, another Camaro SS, along with a Corvette Gran Sport, and at the back is the Ford Mustang. So let's get started with race number 1. I am hopeful in knowing that I have just enough tuning to win this championship. So heading up through the first hairpin, getting squeezed into the wall there, literally nowhere to go in comparison to these AI, and I'm honestly hoping that this will officially be where I manage to win at least 3 out of 5 races on my first attempt. And at the moment, the handling has definitely improved. I mean, even though I'm still sliding, I'm not sliding as much with this thing as I did on the previous attempt when I didn't have the sports suspension fitted. And all I really need to do here is see if I can manage to find a way past the Cobra. And then officially, I should be good enough to win the first race. And a little bit of contact was made there as both of us slid near the guardrail, but fortunately both of us were able to miss the Armco barriers, and officially, well, I was able to avoid the Armco barriers, unlike the Cobra, but officially I am now up into the lead, and I'm now leading this by 1.6 seconds at the present time. Oh shit. And braking hard for that corner because, well, what else would you expect me to do? As of which, at the moment, I'm still having a hard time trying to control this thing, but fortunately I'm not having as much trouble as I could be having with this thing. Also, FYI, I'm now pretty much less than 2 seconds cleared of the Cobra. And officially, I would probably say I have enough of a margin to possibly win this thing as long as I don't bottom it. And I'm still sliding around a lot. Unfortunately, my car is not as loose as it could be. And officially, I'm now 3 seconds clear of the Cobra as we head into the third lap here at Seattle. Managing to keep this thing under control. I've not made any major errors yet. And even though this thing is still sliding around a lot, the truth is I am still able to save it from going into a major spin. Because oddly enough, that is one thing the car is allowing me to do. It's allowing me to straighten it out before it spins, and officially I am now 4.2 seconds cleared of the Shelby Cobra. And as for the order of the rest of the field, well, we'll just have to wait and see. But anyways, I win race 1 by just under 4.9 seconds. Corvette finished in 3rd, then it was the other Corvette in 4th, followed by my fellow Camaro SS, and then at the back it was the Mustang, who hopefully will not finish last in every single race. Or at least I am hopeful it will not. And as of which, I think it's become adamantly clear that my main competition is probably going to be with the Cobra. Pretty much hands down, is what me thinks. But officially, one race is down, and there is still 4 races left. So let's get on with race 2, which takes place at Trial Mountain. I am hopeful that the Mustang, who is at the back of the field, will not finish last in every single race. I am hopeful he won't, even though he probably will. A little bit of contact there with the Mustang, also making contact with the other Camaro SS. And also braking early so I don't go into a spin, because that's exactly what I feared I was going to get. And it looks like the Mustang at the moment has managed to get himself clear of the Camaro. Meanwhile, I, of course, am up here, duking it out with leaders. And already I'm moving up into the 2nd position. Which it is now pretty much just between me and the Cobra. Again, trying to avoid the inevitable fishtailing that this car is always dealing with because it's rear-wheel drive, and I bounced off the bump. At least I think that was meant to be a bump. A little bit of contact was made there with the Cobra, but fortunately nothing serious, and now both of us are officially locked in a dead heat. Oh, damn it. That was not intentional. Although, then again, we were basically side by side, and I was trying to shut the door, and I didn't mean to rack the Cobra. That was not intentional. But officially, it has managed to put me up into the lead of the race, officially. And it does not look like the Cobra is officially going to be a challenger. Even though he probably will slice his way through the field because of that extreme acceleration which he has. And at the moment, we are currently being led, of course, in 2nd place by the Corvette Gran Sport. I don't think anyone has actually tried using the Camaro SS from what I saw in research, but obviously I would think somebody probably has, but again, I could very well be the first. If that turns out to be the case, guess that's just the way it is. Anyways. Now less than 3 seconds clear of the Corvette Gran Sport. The Z06 is in 3rd, then I think it's the Cobra in 4th, followed by the Mustang, and then it's the other Camaro SS at the back. Also, I don't know if anyone notices, but I am also wearing a Ford Mustang t-shirt. Officially. And I am still continuing to slide here and there. guess that's what you more or less come to expect from American muscle cars. But the Cobra at the moment is currently in 4th, and it doesn't look like he's going to make any moves for 2nd or 3rd, so officially it's going to be 2 victories to me, and I think as far as I know, this does pretty much, let me think. Yeah. So the Cobra, I believe, is still in the 2nd position, but by 1 point ahead of the Corvette Z06. Then I think it's the Gran Sport in 4th, the Mustang is 5th, and then at the back is the other Camaro SS. Oh, correction. The Corvette Gran Sport is now in 2nd, the Cobra is 3rd, then it's the Z06 in 5th, the Mustang has now moved up to 5th, and the other Camaro SS has dropped to last. Two races down and still 3 to go. Let us see what happens. Considering I do actually want the Mustang to beat the other Camaro SS to 5th place in the standings. So the Cobra takes the early lead, as I expected him to do, and the Mustang is trying to see if he can move up, and he is getting a draft off me, I think, trying to see if he can maybe progress his way up the order, and indeed he has. He has now moved his way up into the 4th position, with the Camaro SS slots up ahead of him. Now he is dropped to the back. Meanwhile, for my race, I'm currently drafting with the Corvette Z06, and effectively the Cobra has now fallen back at the present time, and a little bit of contact was made there between the Camaro SS and the Cobra. And officially, that's pretty much my race done and dusted, because I know for sure these AI are just going to be tripping over each other. Pretty much. Well, looks like the Cobra at the moment is really falling back. And I think, as far as I know, this would probably also allow the Corvette Z06 to take 2nd place in the standings if he finishes 2nd in this race. Meanwhile, I am still up front. Virtually, at the moment, I am pretty much unchallenged. So, 2.5 seconds clear of the Corvette Z06, who is still locked in combat with the Camaro SS, where I would probably predict this is where he is likely to presumably take over the 2nd position, and where I only need to win 3 out of the 5 races in order to win this championship, because the AI just keep tripping over each other, as I expected them to do on an oval course like the Super Speedway. Even though it still tends to astonish me on how I just managed to win the Japanese championship by a single point over the Honda NSX. I mean, he was a tough challenger in those final 2 races. I mean, he just literally took off, probably even quicker. He just literally took off at a rate of knots in those final 2 races. But fortunately, at the moment, it doesn't look like we are going to be repeating that. Because officially, I now have a pretty much 4.2 second interval on the Corvette, where officially, by the way, this is also the final lap, and where officially victory will be mine. So, just rounding out the final 2 corners here at Super Speedway, and as I expected myself to do, I've pretty much decimated the opposition, and there we go. It is 3 wins for the Camaro SS, and officially the Cobra has dropped down to 6th in that race. Probably because he was sliding around too much, but anyways, won by under 4.9 seconds over the Corvette. The Camaro SS was 3rd, then it was the Corvette Gran Sport in 4th, Mustang was 5th, and then at the back it was the Cobra, who I'm pretty certain will probably fall back in the points now. So there we are. The point standings. Officially, the Corvette Z06 is now up to 2nd, then it is the Corvette Gran Sport in 3rd, followed by the Cobra. Camaro SS is 5th, well, the other Camaro SS, and then at the back it is the Mustang. So 2 races left in this championship, and we're officially... we are now going to Seattle Reverse. Can I win here like I won on the normal Seattle course? Probably not. But am I going to try my hardest to win it? Absolutely. Because that is what I will do. Literally trying my hardest to basically win at Seattle more than once. And at the moment I am not doing that, because I got loose, and obviously now of course it is pretty much a matter of me trying to see if I can move myself up the order. And more officially, this could very well put the Cobra back in the fight for 2nd position, considering he will only be a single point behind the Corvette Z06 if the order stays the way it is now. Because there are certain tracks where the Cobra is very much at home, and there are also other tracks where the Cobra is anywhere else but home. So, got a good exit out of the corner, and I'm very much on a charge, and pretty much all 3 of us followed the Cobra into the wall. It's like, it was just literally the Constantina effect. Because basically what happened with the Cobra pretty much happened with the rest of us. And the Cobra is coming back with his extreme acceleration, and also giving me a bump draft for good measure, to showing how good the Cobra really is around Seattle, as well as probably a numerous number of other courses as well. And, oh crap! Oh fuck me! This is not going down well. Yeah, it would be nice if I could get a bump draft. Although fortunately this is not the final one, so obviously I have no idea what the fuck I'm worried about. Anyways, I am back up into the lead once again. By under 9/10 of a second. Braking early so I don't make contact with the wall, and still hit the wall anyway, but not the same one. Forcing the Cobra out wide did not mean to force him into the wall, because we were just battling hard for our positions. And officially, I'm now pretty much less than 3/10 clear of the Corvette 06, and where hopefully, if I can manage to hold on to this thing, I will hopefully manage to win this race. Even though obviously I will still have to stop the brakes slowly, because this thing really does like to fishtail. As like it's just literally cursing me with oversteer every time I enter and exit a corner, basically. That's pretty much what it's doing. Because of how much oversteer is cursing me with the extension. And officially I am now trying to see if I can get a manoeuvre on the Z06. Meanwhile, the Gran Sport is pretty much staying behind us at this point. Penis. And where I just lost the lead. But it's fine, because I can still fight back and see if I can get a hold of the lead. That is exactly what I managed to do, surprisingly. So it looks like it is going to be 4 wins for the Camaro SS by 3/10 of a second over the Z06. Then it was the Gran Sport in 3rd, followed by the other Chevrolet Camaro in 4th. Mustang was 5th, and then at the back was once again the Cobra. So the Cobra has really elapsed in concentration, in terms of concentration for pretty much the last couple of races, even though obviously I still didn't mean to wreck him at the hairpin, because well, that's just racing. But officially, I'm pretty much double the points of the Z06. The Gran Sport is still 3rd, Cobra is 4th, then it's the other Camaro in 5th, and then at the back is still the Mustang. Well, at least it didn't finish last in every race. And well, just because I want to do this, just in case if I don't win the car I'm after, I'm basically just going to save the replay, because there is a certain car I want, and I'm basically going to save it there until I do win it. Okay, so take 3 of this, because officially I am wanting to see if I can still win a prize car that is more of a worthy prize than a Mazda RX-7 Type RS or an Audi TT 1.8T Quattro. So this is attempt number 3 at the final race, because, well, I will probably reveal to you what prize car I'm wanting now as I start this. The prize car I'm wanting from this championship is a Chevy Camaro race car, and basically that's why this is already my 3rd take of doing this final race, because I'm wanting to see, excuse me, if I will actually be worthy enough of winning the Camaro race car. officially, and already the Cobra almost spun out in a big way because he almost shot across the track as he was engaged in the spin, and already the Mustang has managed to overtake both of the Chevys, and as of which there goes the Cobra. And already the Mustang is actually shooting his way up into the third position, so he's definitely proving his worth this time. And as for the Shelby Cobra, he finished second at Seattle, and well, pretty much since then, his championship has pretty much, just fallen off a cliff, basically. And where, obviously, this track has notably displayed the weaknesses of the Shelby Cobra. Because even though it has very large acceleration, it also has very poor steering, and that is exactly where the weakness displays itself. But at the moment, of course, he's currently running in third, so he is not wanting to finish in last, and I just forced the Corvette out wide along there, but fortunately, for me at least, no major damage was done to the thing, so obviously I am hopeful in saying, of course, that the Mustang will actually finish on the podium, because that is something I would like to see. Considering the Mustang has had such a tough championship up to this point, a podium would at least be a good way for him to go out of this championship, and as of which, officially, I'm now just over a second clear of the Corvette Z06. The Mustang is running in third, then it is the other Chevrolet Camaro SS. Correction. Okay, actually, I was right for this. Still failing to speak. The Camaro SS is in fourth, and then at the back, then in fifth. Is doing weird things now. It's not wanting me to say proper words, and oh, there goes the Corvette. Oops, the Corvette I think just spun, and the Mustang has gone with it. I think, unless he managed to survive that little kerfuffle, and I think he did. So the Corvette just spun, but ironically at the same time, so did the Mustang. But I think he managed to survive. Unlike the Corvette, as we now officially move on to the third and final lap, where officially I am now 2.5 seconds clear of the Camaro SS, where, as I predicted, these AI are pretty much tripping over each other, and as a result, this will officially result in this championship being a definite clean sweep. Although oddly enough, I'm not extending that too much, because officially his AI are managing to keep up with me, even though of course if they are pretty much in a freight train. Well, everyone except for the Cobra, because, well, the Cobra just wants this race to be done, basically. Considering he's pretty much had a dismal rest of the championship after the first race at Seattle, and he has once again spun through the corkscrew. And also, furthermore, it is going to be a 1-2 for the Chevrolet Camaros. Let's fucking go, baby! 1-2 for the Chevy Camaros. That is awesome, with the Mustang in third. Then it was the Corvette Z06 in fourth, followed by the Gran Sport in fifth, and then all the way at the back as he spins once again in the final corner is officially the Shelby Cobra. And he finishes a massive 21.3 seconds behind me. So these are the final point standings, and officially it is a clean sweep for me and my Chevy Camaro SS. Then the other SS finished in second, Mustang was third, but officially these are your final point standings. So I won by a staggering 27 points in the end. Then it was the Gran Sport in third, the Chevrolet Camaro SS finished in fourth, the other Camaro I should say. Then it was the Cobra in fifth, and then at the back by just a single point behind the Cobra was the Mustang. But as of which, that is a very nice podium. And this is definitely where I shall save the replay. Oh, hold on. Can I overwrite this one? Oh, I can. Yes. Hold on. Yes, I do wish to overwrite it. Because this is not my first attempt at trying to win this car. And hopefully this time I will manage to get myself the car I want. Because that would be nice. It would be nice if I could win the car I want this time. It would be very nice. And this time I do manage to win the car I want. Because officially we win the Chevy Camaro race car. And also furthermore, this thing looks really nice in red. It really does. But officially, third time's the charm, and ultimately, this is our prize car. We get the Chevy Camaro race car. Took me 3 attempts to try and win this car, but officially, now that I have this car in my garage, I do not have to repeat this. So we have just one championship left, and that is the European Championship. But officially, as a result, we are now 27.8% complete with this game, and of course, I have officially managed to finally win the car I want, and that is this. The Chevrolet Camaro race car. Isn't she a beaut, my G's? As of which I will definitely have some usage for this car in the future. But yeah, this is a very nice prize car. And officially, that, my friends, was the American Championship. And next time we shall be doing the European Championship. And so with that, stay tuned for more of Gran Turismo 3.